Okay, this is the second part of the facts about the Israel-Hamas war, given by Dr. Azmi Iskandar, who is an Egyptian emergency room doctor who spent half of his life in Egypt and half of his life in the United States. 4 facts a lot of people, whether they are Palestinians or all the Arab people, don't know. The fact number 1, do you know that the Palestinians are not Arabs? Strange. They are fighting for a land which is not theirs. According to the genealogy in the Bible, Palestinians are not coming from Abraham, Ishmael, or Esau. They are, according to Genesis 10:14, their grandfather is Caslohim. Caslohim is the son of Ham, the son of Noah. They lived all their life in a Greek island in the Mediterranean called Crete. And now they are fighting in a foreign area as if this is taken by the Jewish people. This is our land. This is not your land at all. This is a very important fact. If they know the Wikipedia of the origin of the Palestinians. Number 2, Hajj Amin al-Husseini, who is the Mufti of Jerusalem. This man is behind the German Holocaust, behind the change of Hitler's mind to kill all the Jews. This is a very important thing because Hajj Amin Husseini lived in Germany for 4 years with Hitler. Number 3, the third fact is very, very important. Belief, an Islamic belief called Taqiyya. Taqiyya is a belief. It's not a suggestion and it's not a commandment, but it is a belief. You have to do it. You have to lie in case of war. If you don't lie, you are not a Muslim. How can we trust these people? We are running all over the world trying to put 2 states together, but the Palestinians said no, because this is our land. And they said that in their constitution, the constitution of Hamas, we will not give the Jewish people 1 inch of the land from the river to the sea. So what are they doing? They're deceiving the whole world that they will be good with 2 states, but they won't give the Jewish people 1 inch of the land. Number 4, this situation was that the Aqsa Mosque is a very holy site to the Muslim people. No, it's not. There is a surah called Isra where Prophet Muhammad went at night from Masjid Haram to Masjid Aqsa. Masjid Haram is in Mecca, and Masjid Aqsa is another mosque around Mecca. At that time, there was no Masjid Aqsa in Jerusalem at all. On Mount Moriah, there is only ruins of the second temple. So there was no Masjid Aqsa at all. So this is a lie from their Prophet Muhammad. Masjid Aqsa was built in the life of King Abdul Malik bin Marwan, who is an Umayyad Khalifa. Why was it built? At that time, there was two Islamic caliphates fighting against each other. So one of them was enticing the people to go to pilgrimage in Mecca, Hijaz. So the other one, to prevent his people from going to pilgrimage in Mecca, he built this Masjid Aqsa in Jerusalem in 790, 50 years after the death of Prophet Muhammad, to make it the pilgrimage for his people. This is a history. I am not inventing anything. This is the truth. That we have, as a responsible countries and responsible people of the world, to be honest in our dealing and not to use taqiyya all the time and lie. How can we trust them? This is a big problem. I want to talk about some people. The first one is Prophet Muhammad. I don't want to say anything about Prophet Muhammad, but the first Holocaust was done by Prophet Muhammad in Mecca. He made a deal with a Jewish tribe called Bani Qurayza. Bani Qurayza was a very rich Jewish tribe. And when they give him safety, he rounded them, killed all the men, took all their money and all their belongings, raped their females, and took their children. This is known and written in all the books. So even Prophet Muhammad was not really honest in his dealing with this tribe. Number two, President Barack Hussein Obama. I said that name because this man is a Muslim, and he denied that because he thought that denying that he can benefit Muslims more than anything else, and that what happened he gave Iran a whole load of a big plane, 747, full of cash money. He made a deal with Iran, which is now an enemy to the United States. At the same time, Barack Hussein Obama said something which I stand to hear what he said. He said, I really condemn Hamas on the 7th of October to go into the civilian. But
Mom, are you hungry?
we have to bear in mind the unbelievable, unbearable Jewish apartheid rule of the Gazayan people. Doesn't he know history? Doesn't he know that Gaza in 2006 made an election where Hamas won it by 97% and became the only rule in the Gaza. So there was no apartheid, unbearable rule of the Jewish people. Barack Hussein Obama should know that before he talks about it. But here we are in a big, and in front of all the cameras, he said that. What can I say? What can I say to a man who really does not represent himself? He represents the Democratic Party, he represents the United States of America. So he should be more caution about saying anything about that part. The next man which I talk about is Pastor Samah Maurice, who is the evangelical pastor, Presbyterian pastor of Egypt. And I really respect that man, and at one point of his life we call him the evangelical Matta el-Miskin, because we like him very much and we like his decisions. But as soon as I heard his last sermon about Israel-Hamas war, I stopped. And I want really to confront him as regard the biblical part. I want him to go to Ezekiel chapter 37 and Zephaniah chapter 2 to see that what he said is wrong. God never ordered the Jewish people not to fight Palestinians. So, now, when I heard his sermon, really, it reminds me 20 years ago when one from our midst the son of Pastor Samuel Habib. We were astonished at one time that he came and he announced that he will forget everything about his fight, about his character, about his religion, and he became an active member of Muslim Brotherhood. It was a very sad time to get that guy to become that member, and stood in front of us, and we really got a lot of tears out of his position. But now Pastor Sam Maurice did the same thing. It reminds me of this guy. But here I put Sam Maurice as a Presbyterian minister whom I really give freely a membership, not in the Muslim Brotherhood, but in Hamas membership. I know that he will accept it because that was his own dealing of the situation. And the last thing I want to talk to is Hamas. Hamas really is the ruler of the Gazian and Gaza Strip since 2006. It is a terrorist organization, and it is the arch enemy of the Palestinians. They killed from the Palestinians more than they killed of Jews. They really took, for example, this decision to attack the civilian people, the civilian Jewish people, for no reason, really. But that's what happened at that time when they killed 1,400 people, civilian people, and took hostage 400 people, while their leaders, whether Ismail Haniyeh or Khalid Mishal or Yahya Sinwar, all the three moved as a billionaires from one area to another, especially Dubai, Turkey, and Switzerland. They never fought with the Palestinians, not them, not any part of their families went to war at all. And they seem to try to irritate and make fuss every couple of years to get more money from the West people and from the United Nations. So they will spend more money on themselves and their families. they knew exactly what will happen if they attack the civilian Jewish people. And it doesn't go with any rules, even muqawma, because we have to be honest. And Hamas did not and would not, as in their constitution, they won't give the Jewish people 1 inch of the land from the river to the sea. In front of all the world, I'm saying that. This is what we are dealing with today, and I hope I'll meet you sometime else. But today is the 20th of November 2023, to write exactly the timing. My only contact is Amira Azmi at AOL.com. AMIRAAZMY at AOL.com. I welcome your comments and your questions, and thank you.